Hello, besties. Welcome to the Judy TV show, my channel where I talk about marriage and marriage related trending issues. And my name, guys, is Judith. Friends, I want to react to the videos of some ladies that I saw, especially some ladies. I think it was only one man, but all the rest are ladies that are dragging Queen May, especially concerning the recent trip, her recent trip in Doha. I think she's still in Doha, Qatar. I saw that on Facebook and then some, I think one or two on YouTube. So that's what I want to react to. First of all, there's this popular lady's name that had issues with a blessing CEO that at one time that was saying that she was praying for you, May Edochie. Oh, well and fine. That's a good one. That you gave May, that it was his name that lifted her, or that he was the one that brought her to limelight, or whatever the way she was saying it. When I saw that, I was like, well, in social media, the first thing you know in social media is that everybody will never agree to one thing. If you bring up one topic now, 1,000,001 people will go this way, another 1,000,001 people will go that way. It's a question of you just saying your own and then leaving. That's why it's like when people come and drag people and abuse people, that's why you frown at that. But if it is just for you to come and share your own school of thoughts and allow another person to share his or her own school of thought, that's good enough. So that if you have a challenge or whether you want to react to this, you do that respectfully, and you do that maturely. So that lady's remarks, and I was like, you's name, the you that has the name, which door has the door that name open for him? You was the brand ambassador of live beer that he did with his father. As at now, those people excused you out of it. He's no longer influencing for them. So which name is she talking about? If that same name opened the door for May, but it didn't open for the man that owns the name, is it not questionable? Okay, Judy Austin that is now answering the name, or that now has the man fully to herself, what door has he opened for her? Just what door? I don't know why, to be honest, this Yul and May Edochie matter. Somewhere along the line, I just decided I won't be doing videos on that because the issue has been overflowed. And for me, it has always been people on social media that are trying to just bring out one or two things, even though Yul is the one that's always been increasing, because before you know it, he'll come and put out one post or the other, and then people will start reacting and dragging him and all that. Otherwise, if this the divorce case has been concluded, I mean, by now we wouldn't have been talking about that. Okay, even if we are talking about it, it won't be as much as it is now. I recall I also did a video one time about addressed a lady that was also dragging Queen May. What was her own? Her own is that why is Queen May answering the name, that she should drop the name since she says she doesn't want to be numbered as a wife. And I said to her, Madam, I don't know whether you're saying this out of mischief or out of the fact that you don't know. Because officially, before you drop such a name, you can't just come, it cannot just be a wish. You can't just say, just write, change your name like that. There's a process. And now that the case is in courts, I mean, their divorce case, once the divorce proves through, then the divorce judgment that is going to be given, then she can now use that for her international passport, her certificates, and whatever. Then she can now apply for a change of name. That is how it is done. And I said to her again, it may, as far as I know, is not stopping anybody from answering your name. It was only you that said that he's not married to Judy Austin, that they are skid makers. Whether he just said it so that court will not see him as committing bigamy or not, because his father did an interview and now said that he didn't know when you went to pick a second wife, and he said he picked. He said he picked. So that is it all about that. So for that lady that is saying that, I don't know how you are saying that the name is opening door for May, because if that name is so wonderful, it should also be opening name for the person that owns the name. It should also be opening name even for Judy Austin, but it's not doing that for them. But that's by the way. Then one or two other ladies, one particular one was calling her vampire. The way she was fuming, the way she was fuming. Oh, that made did juju, that juju will not catch her. Look at me, you a vampire. Did that, all manner of things. And I looked at her and I said, Madam, what is it that May did to you personally? I don't know May one on one. I've never seen May one on one. It is this way everybody is seeing her on social media. That's the same way I see her. But let's look at facts. Genuinely, what has this woman done to you that you'll be calling her a vampire? You know the meaning of a vampire? You are calling her a vampire for what? As a matter of fact, all these ones that you are even talking about, you and water, it is us that is trying to jam them. Otherwise, them, they don't have issues. All they want now is that if the divorce pulls through, then everybody goes their own way. This one moves on this way. This one, you has already moved on with Judy Austin. Madam, let's trace this thing. You are married to a man you dated for 6 years. Because you got married at, I think, 21 or 22. And you is senior to May, I think by 20. So May should be by 19 or 20. They dated for 6 years. And in 2004, they got married. If all things had been well, by this October, they will be 20 years in marriage. But I think it was 18 years they were in marriage before what happened now happened. Now, this man, all the time that, because when what happened, when it was now exposed, some of notable actresses were now saying, oh, so this thing has been going on for years. So this lady has succeeded in going this way with you and so on and so on, which means it has been happening. Now, that time it was happening, May didn't have issues with with you. Why? Because as a man, well, if he goes out and decides to do one or two things and say comes back home, you just pay a deaf eye to it. I think that was what May was doing. But where the whole thing got, when it got to a junction that it was no longer comfortable, was when Euro was in Enugu with Judy Austin. He was there for like 3 months, and from there he now posted in his Instagram page that it is now time to introduce to the whole world my son, star Mona Chimso, May Edochie, by my second wife, Judy Austin. Madam, you that is calling me a vampire, as you are married now, if your husband should do that, what will be your reaction? Genuinely, what will be your reaction? Just what? Because if you're saying there's nothing wrong there, you will not be the first person that will marry a second wife. There's nothing wrong in marrying a second wife. Oh, absolutely, there's nothing. Polygamy will continue. Polygamy will continue and continue and continue. But the issue is this: the way he went about the second wife. Are you also aware that Judy Austin is married with 2 children? One is 16, another one is 14. You are not even dragging her. Why would you leave your husband? You are not even, because she has not said this is what her husband did to her. You are not dragging her. It's another woman that now said, look, I cannot handle polygamy. I don't have any problem. I have forgiven you. I don't have any problem with. But since this is what you want, you keep on saying that this person gives you peace and order. No problem. Me, I opt to leave. Let me go. Without dragging this man, without dragging even Judy Austin. Madam, you're calling her a vampire. You opened your mouth and you called another fellow human being that didn't offend you, that you didn't know from anywhere, just on this social media platform. You called her a vampire for nothing. I said for nothing because that she went to they invited her to went to Doha, and you are saying, oh, the women there are useless women, they're bisexual, all manner of things that you claimed. Madam, that's not the way to go about this. Much as I agree that we all have the right to come and then react to videos and then all our school of thought and everything, but that's not just the way to go about it. I recall when what is her name, Sarah Martins, Judy Austin's bestie, was dragging May. It was the same thing. They went to London for Messiano Care skin product, bought the skincare display and all that. That time, Sarah Martins was dragging Queen May on behalf of Judy Austin. Oh no, she has gone to be with a man. She did Bobby, did all manner of things. Oh, look at her in the hotel. She's with a man in the hotel, and this is the man that said, this is the woman that said he doesn't want polygamy. All manner of things. Only for Sarah Martins to now say that she has repented, that May she forgive her. Then she now started saying who told her, who asked her, and put those words in her mouth to say against with May. Madam, I don't think there was any need for you to get to this extent. And like I was saying, the maid that you are dragging, oh, that she doesn't want to stay with her husband, that she put up her husband for dragging. How? May has never come out to rubbish this guy, to say anything against you. She has never. The closest interview that we had was from, Yo's father, Pete Edochie. He was the one that said that you picked Judy Austin, anti-infected faggot. He was the one that said it. And in the southeastern part of the country where you are, because it's like the language you spoke, you are from the same place with them. Now, the southeastern part of the country where all the parties are from, your father cannot be alive and you go and marry somebody without your father going with you, because he has to be the leader of the delegation. If the man is sick or he's indisposable or whatever, he will have to ask somebody, maybe a younger brother of his or an uncle or somebody, but it has to be a male figure to lead the delegation, to go and then marry a wife for his son. But the man said he was not aware. You are not dragging that one. You didn't do anything wrong in that one. by rubbishing his father, by dishonoring his father. You didn't see anything wrong in that. It is now May. And can I shock you? The same you that you are trying to now drag me about, do you know that you goes to the back to go and be begging? That's what is delaying the court process. He's been begging. In fairness to you, I know too well that you does not want this to happen. He does not want his to leave his family. He does not want to lose his family. But things happen. And that is why most men, whether you are married or not married, by the time you start cheating on your wife, the lady you're cheating on, you don't know how prepared the person is. You might think it's just to have a casual time with the person, like maybe for a year or two and all that, and that will be you switch on to another person. But you don't know how prepared the person is. It might not be what you are planning that this person is planning. The same you you're talking about was dating a lady, according to Angela Okorie, when you started dragging a late Junior Pope, that Junior Pope did him that and that you'll never forgive him. Angela Okorie said, you keep quiet, otherwise you'll tell us what happened, or I'll tell the world what happened to, I can't remember the name of the girl she mentioned that is dead, that is pregnant for you and died. Angela Okorie said that, and you didn't cough. Madam, you didn't say all those words. So you wanted May to be. She doesn't have anything wrong with any displeasure with you going on with Judy. If you say you want a proper polygamist, oh well and fine, but I don't want to be part of it. Emotionally, I cannot handle it. When you are applying to go to university, they have medicine, they have journalism, they have engineering, they have all manner of courses. You choose the one that you want. You apply for the one that you know you can read, the one you have passion for. Why did you not go for the other ones? But you apply for the one that you want. That's why some people go to court to go university to go and read music and read theater arts, because that's where their passion lies. So this lady said, I cannot handle emotionally. I am not strong enough to handle. And even when you hear me talking, like the podcast that he just heard with AY, you just know that this lady is just struggling to be herself. The shock has not actually left her, because this is a man you build your world around. As young as you were, about 19 or so, you dated him for 6 years and then you people got married. This is the only man that you know, and this thing is happening. And then somebody will now come and be calling you a vampire. I saw another lady that said, May collected the youth's girlfriend, so it is karma. Madam, how? And when you are talking that thing, your children are in the house listening to you telling that kind of lies. If you're certain of what you're saying, you should have come out with detailed accounts of what happened. Oh, and so person was dating you, and so year. And then May now came, May, you visited or whatever, and then May now saw her, and then they now started, but there was nothing like that. All you are now saying is that May should come and meet you so that you prove it to her. Madam, how? And the funny thing is that these people are married. These people are married and they have children that are listening to them and hearing what they're saying. How? How did you come about that? You are not even talking about Judy Austin that left her own husband. No. Nobody is telling her, why did you leave your own husband? Because there's no reason. She has not come out one day to say, okay, this is what my husband did to me. That's why I left. A man that you have 2 children for. One is 16, one is 14. I think about 2, 3, 4 months ago, the man came out and was now saying that the people should help him to ask Judy Austin to let him have access to his children. That one is not is okay by you. It's just that May went to Doha, or that she has been traveling. I recall another lady that was like, what was it she was saying? That May is jumping up and down now. Before you know it now, if anything happens to any of his children, her children, then she will now start blaming. How dare you with somebody that kind of way? What kind of a wicked heart is this? Madam, you that is saying that, when Kambili died, May was in Nigeria. You was in Enugu with Judy Austin. So how is it her fault? So it's now May that is keeping the life of her children. Are you the one that is keeping your own life? Or is it God that is keeping your life? People stay in the same room, lying down on the same bed, and then in the morning somebody will fall sick. Before you rush the person to the hospital, the hospital will proclaim the person dead on arrival. Yes, the loved one was lying beside the person, either as a spouse or something. And then you are now saying this one. This is the only thing that this woman is doing that is giving her money and then giving her happiness. Because there's no other thing. There's just no other. That's why she's putting every of her effort. She's pouring in her life into it. And then you now come and be trolling such a woman and be mocking such a person. I don't think it is fair. Honestly, I don't think it's fair. I recall another woman that said what is it? That Judy Austin is Yu's first wife. That May is the wife of a Pete, that it was Pete Edochie. Madam, what are you talking? Okay, so if Judy Austin is the first wife of you, so what is her husband? What was she? The man that married her before she had children with, that she walked away from the marriage for. How? I know of somebody when he was 19, his father married his girlfriend because he's the only son. They are how many years in marriage now? They have 5 children, 3 boys and 2 girls. They are still together. It was the father, because the father, you had money that time. You saw the photograph of when they were still dating. The guy doesn't have money. It was the father that sponsored everything, but they're still together till today. They have 3 sons now and 2 girls. So what are you talking? This story differs from people. This story differs from people. Even you himself knows that he made a mistake. He has been begging his wife, but the thing is that you go and beg by the side, and then you come and be dancing, and then you be saying, "Oh, this is the person that gives me hope, peace. This is the right person I've met." Now the man say, "Okay, if it's the right person now that gives you peace and all that, oh fine, I opt to go. I opt to live in peace," and it's still a problem. And fellow women are dragging her. Honestly, I don't think it is correct. Dragging this woman unnecessarily. I don't think it's correct. Please, those women that are dragging May, I don't think it's correct. Another man they were here, the only man that I said was like, May does not have anything upstairs. She goes to everywhere to go and cry. What are you teaching people? When you come there, you'll be crying now. Oga, now wow. Me, I don't understand your own. Maybe what you did to her, please try and do exactly the same thing to your wife. Let's see how your wife will react and how sensible your wife is. Let's see how. She's not as sensible, but how many? She has about 8 or 9 of the brands that she's influencing for, but she's not sensible. Okay, the reason why you are saying that she's not sensible, did she offend you? It's just that you expected her to teach women on how to behave. And then to your own standard and your own expectation, she has fallen short of your expectation. You are now saying that she doesn't have sense. And when you were saying that, you were even abusing Nigerians, that Nigerians doesn't have sense, that all the people that are supposed to may have sense. So how many people are you now insulting just to convey your own school of thought? You see how reasonable you are. You see how thoughtful you are. You see how sensible you are. I don't understand this hatred where it is coming from. Honestly, I don't. I just don't. I don't. To be honest, at this point in time, I think it is better even for them to go their separate ways. I think it's better. Because how do you, as a matter of fact, May didn't even leave. She's still living in the Ajah mansion house. It was you that left to go and stay with Judy Austin. From Enugu, they moved to Abuja. So it was you that left. It was you that left. So what are we talking about? Just what are we talking about? For people now to come and be dragging this woman. Thank God for the postcard that she did with AY. I think this weekend that she did that podcast. And then she was talking about either today or yesterday or so. And then she answered a lot of questions and all that. One of the strident questions that AY asked her was, how she reacts to negative comments and all. She says she decided to look away from that. That's the best thing she would do. If you tell her good things, she will accept it. And that's the best thing. Some of us that are content creators, by the time somebody will come to your comment section and comment, some will even block the person and some will not respond. So why are you now blocking the person? And the same thing that you are blocking the person somebody did to you, you are now doing the same thing to another woman. But you cannot withstand just one person that commented or maybe said something wrong or said something to you in a way that you felt that it shouldn't have, been the best way to say it to you. You block the person or you don't answer, you will not respond. But the ones that are telling you, oh, you okay, this and that, you'll be responding and then sending a love emoji. That's how it is. Wherever you find strength, where people are like, applauding you, you go to where you're celebrated. You don't go to where you're tolerated. It doesn't make sense for you to go to where you're tolerated. You go to where you're celebrated. That's the way it is. So when I saw that, I was like, honestly, I don't think these people that are dragging this woman, honestly, I don't think so. You might have your opinion, you might pray for you might support Judy Austin because they're also human. Judy is also human. You might support May, but when you now come and be calling somebody vampire, for what? What did this person do to you over this matter? Somebody like you now, I'm certain if your husband should do exactly what you did to her, if your husband should do that to you, madam, if it will be fair enough for us to know your reaction, you will find out that it will even be worse. And nobody's even telling you for, like I said, have you people noticed that for a long time now, Yo's mother has not been talking? Do you know that Yo's mother is a barrister? She's a lawyer, she's a barrister. Do you know for a long time now that woman has not been talking concerning this matter? And you people are here, Abba, no, 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 no. His own parents are pained by what he did and by the way they're going about it. Are you also aware that when they gave birth to that first son, that star, apparently you went to his father and said it was a mistake and all that, I'll correct it and all that. The father accepted that boy, prayed for him as his grandson. Did you know that he didn't do that to this second boy? So why? No, if it is made that you people are dragging, so you people should also drag Ebubedike. So why? Ask why. Ask the reason why. Why did he not accept this other boy? Because the you, me, and you know he would have posted it. So ask why. So it's not only made that is pained by what you and Judy is doing, especially you. Judy's husband is also pained. Yu's parents are also pained. So what are we talking about? Including some of his siblings. There's one or two that is supporting him, but there are other ones that are against what he did. They're also not happy about what he did. Because if you look at you discover that a lot of things are going wrong. Whether anybody accepts, a lot of things are going wrong. Because his conscience is telling him, especially as this way the May is keeping quiet and everything, his conscience is just he's battling with his conscience. Whether you believe it or not, whether you clap for him or not, he goes to the back to beg. I don't have a problem with him begging. But now coming to call somebody a vampire. If you're even saying, May, consider going back, forgiving your husband, or going back and all that, as a human being, that's like it. It's now left for her because she's an adult. She knows what he wants. She's the one that has been in the marriage. She knows what has been going on. But when you now come and call her a vampire, that she did juju for the whole Nigeria, for the whole world to like her, hey, is it that easy? If it's that easy for people to do juju now, for everybody to like them, then all the politicians, they won't be having problems with people not voting for them. They will just go and do the juju, and then everybody will vote for them. Everybody will be clear whether they do something right or wrong. Please, I saw that, and I am like, this is most unfair. This is most unfair. Another lady that I remember, yes, if I'm remembering, I will just another lady was comparing May to Regina Daniels. Regina Daniels is a young girl, but she's more sensible. And Madam, how? Ned Nwoko is a Muslim. I don't know whether you're aware. And by being a Muslim, he's entitled to more than one wife. Please, if you're a Muslim, leave it at the comment section whether it is true or not, because I don't know much about their religion. I don't know much about them, but I think as a Muslim man, you're entitled to more than one wife if you want. I think that's their religion. I'm not certain. Please leave it at the comment section if it is true or if it is not true. Correct me there if I am wrong. So, number one, Ned is a Muslim. Number two, before they married Regina, there were other wives. So Regina was fully aware that there were other women before she came in. I recall when they did the video, trended that time, when they did foot washing or something. There's one tradition they did. The white women that were wearing white, and they have these big tops, white tops they were wearing. They will now use one leg to make her either to swear or that she's not going to cheat on her husband or something. They did all that to Regina. So she was fully aware. So there are two different things. Far two different things. Okay, if you are clapping for her, why did Lila leave when she left? And then later now came back when the husband now pleaded with her and everything. Because they all know that, even Lila met other women. Lila was not Ned's first wife. So when Regina came in, Regina also met Lila. But, the other women, Ned is no longer, with them or something. It's just this Lila from Morocco and then Regina. So Regina's case and May, they are two different things. Two different things. Ned Nwoko is a Muslim. May Edochie is a Christian. To the extent that you said he has even a calling. You remember when he opened the True Salvation Ministry that he will come and then be talking about his late son and everything. And then before you know it, he now said, okay, you people should respect all the oracles that are in their villages. So what are we talking about? Look at the inconsistency. So how are you now holding May responsible? What is her offense? Did she ask her husband to go to the extent that he went to? Can I shock you guys? If you had, maybe when they had that child for him, if you had brought that child and begged his wife to say, this is this boy came, the wife would have accepted it. But going to now marry the person, how many wives will take that? So many of you that are talking now that your husband didn't come back the time he was supposed to come back, and probably there's a lady in the street, you always seeing them together. You don't already the spoil for show for war. But here you are condemning another person after how many years? You did an interview that time that he said that look, this lady is fantastic. She said she will manage. She was with me through thick and thin. There was not. She was always the one encouraging me. Dude, go out. You can make it. You can do it. He granted the interview and said that himself. And we're happy together. He granted the interview and he said that. And then here you are defending a man that knows that what he did is wrong because he goes to beg. But the only thing is, are you begging? There are two children that are there already. Judy Austin is there already. So if you are begging and asking me to come back, then that means it's polygamy now. She said that due to her faith, her family, and herself, that she cannot handle, she will not be part of polygamy. She made it clear, very clear. And if she has said that and then she's now in the business of running you down, you are this, you are that, and then you can now blame her. But there's absolutely nothing like that. She has never opened her mouth at all. Even in that Doha, everything she said there, nobody, they muted it. They muted what she said there. They muted it because they didn't want a situation whereby she will talk, she's a human. Maybe where she will get to a point where she'll say one or two things, then she will break down. So they muted it. What the women that are there that heard what they said, they know why they were crying. If you think it is that easy, the same May opened an Oasis Foundation just to help women that are experiencing what she's experienced or they experience what she experienced. So what else do you people want from this woman? Those of you that are dragging her, especially those two women, that one said that he collected the used girlfriend and the other one says he's a vampire. How? Please, I just want to say in this video that it's most unfair, for us women, when you come out, you be. It's not even. It mustn't be even a fellow woman, even if it's a man. Yes, say your point, but don't make it look as if you now have a personal grudges, a personal battle with this person because you don't know this person from anywhere. You don't know this person from anywhere. You don't know what the person went through. You don't know what happened in the house. You has never come out one day to say, okay, this is one particular thing that May did to me, now made me to. Because if he said, okay, May was bad to me and all that, people would have now said, okay, now that she has opted to go and she has filed for divorce. So it is even a good thing for you to announce, okay, I didn't ask her to go. She's the one that says she wants to go. Then you sign the paper, let her now go. But he wouldn't do that because he knows that it is not true. He knows that it's not true, that it was just a mistake he made. But he didn't know that this mistake was going to be as grave as it is now. And here we are. We'll have women, matured women, married women, mothers, dragging a fellow woman that they don't know from anywhere. So, on a final note, guys, I like to also say to May Edochie, I don't know whether you see this video or you'll be tagged to see it or whatever. I like to say to you, much as you are invited to come to speak in conferences and then talk to women, encourage women and what have you, please, I want you to be careful of the group that you associate yourself with. I just want you to be careful. I'm not talking about this Doha. No, I'm not. But I want you to be careful and mindful of the groups of women you associate yourself with. Because in fairness to that lady, there's something she said. Some of these women, when they find themselves in the same, because in the Western world, a lot of women are doing a lot of things. Walking out of their marriages and doing stuff, it's nothing to them. Probably because the law, they protect women the more. So when you associate with them, even when God brings a good person to you and then you remarry, it becomes a challenge because their ideologies will be fighting what you believe or who you are staying with or who you are married to. That's why I said, please, I'd like you to be very careful. I'd like to be mindful of, it's not every invitation that you'll attend to. It's not every invitation. No matter, they will pay your airfare for you and all that. Yes, it's not every invitation. You can do a virtual meeting, stay here in Nigeria, record a virtual response or talk, just to encourage women, that the way out is just know your God, pray to God, be positive about life, those kind of general talks without going into depth analysis of whatever, and then send it to them. They will play it there. But in all, be mindful of the kind of women so that you don't get involved with women that are, that will make you to even forget your relationship with God because it is possible. You don't know how such foundations are founded. You don't know any the details, the nitty gritties about such foundations. So that's why I'm like, if it won't be out of place, for you to be mindful of the kind of invitations you accept from women groups, because there are some of them that are, not what they portray to be. That's all I'm trying to say here. Not the Doha group, but there's a possibility that there are one or two groups that, and once they see that, at every point in time, once they invite you to a which you just go, they invite you here, you just go. So, a possibility of such groups, wanting to lure you over so that to work on their credibility and their integrity, whereas they don't have any. So Queen May, please, I'd like you to be mindful. I'd like you to be careful. It's not everywhere they tell you to come to that you go to. Like I said, you can do a virtual meeting here and then reach out to them. It is still the same thing. But the only thing is that you don't have contact with them to now be spending days and what have you. Okay, if you want to go on vacation on your own, you can take your children to go on vacation. It will just be a private vacation, no videos, no whatever. You just stay there with your children, rest with them, and come back. Just ease stress, and then you continue your business of influencing and all the good works that you're doing. That's just my personal counsel. Or it might be accepted, it might not be accepted. I'm not enforcing it. Or I just chipped it in, right? Okay, guys. So that's what I have to say in this video, right? I trust that you know, um, we'll meet at the comment section, where I'll also hear your own school of thought and your own opinions on this that I've just talked about, right? I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you for always watching my videos. I sincerely and genuinely appreciate you guys. Bye for now, guys.